turn down this. Are we live?
Yes.
I think we are live. Let me just wait a couple of seconds for it to come up on the laptop. And then we can crack into it. Well, my God, the heat today has been incredible.
I know.
Absolutely
I
incredible.
was watching people on the news and they're like, "Oh yeah, we love. Oh, I wish it carries on." Bugger off. No thanks.
I don't mind it. I don't mind. At work, I'm
Yeah, but
really
you're
lucky
stuck in there as well.
because we've got aircon van. You know, if I'm driving an hour to a job, it's not too bad. It's like, you know, minus 100 in the van. But what that does then is it makes it even worse when you get out of it, because it's like walking out of a fridge into 30-degree heat.
I can't even wear my glasses because it's so.
And a lot of the building size is really dry heat, and it's like literally like a lot of them is just dust and desert kind of environment, if you like, because obviously they've took anything that's nature away. So it's a real dry heat as well. So, and then a lot of the time, you know, the brickies and everybody are wandering around with the tops off and everything, and there's me with my trousers and then my overalls over the top, and then I've got my hard hat on as well, rubber gloves, taking off bits of machinery to repair it and stuff like that. And oh my God, it gets a bit warm.
There'll be nothing left of you soon. You're just
I hope so. I'm fasting at the moment in the hope that I lose a bit of weight. Yeah.
I've cut down a hell of a lot on my sweet stuff.
I'm not eating full stop. I'm just eating one meal a day at night time. It is a big meal though, because I'm a big boy. Through the day, I'm just drinking maybe 2 or 3 coffees and about 2 liters of water. Yeah. So in the hope that I don't want to lose weight because I enjoy being fat, but I'm thinking 45, health. I suppose I better start doing something. I've abused my body over the years enough. So yeah, something's, you know, I've got to do something good, enough.
Well, I mean, the later you leave it, it just gets even harder.
Oh, Donna's eating a cheese board. Remember when you was kids and your parents had a cheese board and you'd look at it and you go, "Where's the sweets? What's that?" And now you're older, it's like you love a cheese board.
Cheese board and a glass of wine. Oh my God, a glass of cold wine. That's what I've got at the moment.
Oh, I don't drink alcohol, but I do drink Guinness Zero though. That is something else.
I haven't tried that yet.
Absolutely love Guinness Zero. Hey Donna, hey Bart, hi Owen, hey Osman, hey Charlotte, hey Owen, hey Susan.
Hello.
Hey Amy.
Hi everybody.
Hey Chimpy. Owen says he drinks too many coffees.
Cheese is heaven. Oh yeah, definitely.
And Bart says, "I'm fat and proud. It took me 39 years to build this beautiful body." You see, Bart, I mean, as a lot of you know about my history, there's a lot of stuff in my history, but in recent years, 5 years ago, I wasn't fat. And then the wife just started not eating as much, and I started eating her bits, and then she increased the size of the dinner that she gave me, and now I'm massive. Yes, Bastian, you're right, bro. But
you just remind me of the dog that sits at the table waiting for the kid to give him a little bit here and there. I mean, our Chihuahua's he needs to lose some weight. He's getting too chubby. You can't have a chubby Chihuahua.
A lot of people go on about like, oh, you know, when you get in your 60s and your 70s, you're going to feel it. You might have a stroke. You might have a heart attack. And it's like, well, I've always believed that I'm never going to make 60. So if I get to 60 and have some health problems, I'm going to be like, I still got here. Do you know what I mean? Still got here. A bit of weight is good, says Leah. Buffer in case you get poorly.
Yeah.
That is true.
I guess I'm lucky I'm still here, to be honest. So
I miss Chris too. Chris is on holiday. So he's not actually bailed on us. I just sort of wind him up. He's actually on holiday. I think he's gone Wales to go see Lewis for a bit. Nice. I'm unsure. I didn't really ask him. I just said okay. But I completely forgot So I was like, oh yeah, me and Chris are doing open mic night. Put the link in the chat, blah 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 blah. And then he messaged me about 20 minutes before the live to say, I am on holiday. And it's like, well, when I set the live, when I set the live up at 5 o'clock, why didn't you tell me then? he literally just waited. I was
just like him then. So what did you bring back from the show? Did you bring back anything that's out of the ordinary?
Yeah, hold on. If you can see it. Just there.
Oh. What is that?
That's the orb weaver.
Oh, right. Up on your window.
Literally on the window. I've opened the window now because I'm in here. But she just sits on there. And that's it.
Ain't you afraid of losing it?
No, definitely not. No.
Wow.
What I do is that window's only open when I'm in here just to reduce the temperature, so I find it more comfy. You know, being a fat bloke, you know, I come wearing insulation. It's the giant one, Leah.
Didn't you think of putting her in a nice?
They don't do so well.
Don't they?
Oh God, the wife's here. Yeah, they don't do so well. So the amount of people that I've spoke to that have gone free roam, and what they do is they create the web, and they sit on it, and they never leave it.
Do you know what? I'd never thought of that. That is a brilliant idea, to be honest.
And I've waited, 7 years to be able to do it because I wanted to do it in the house on the racking, and Tara's always kind of said no, and. You know, well, she didn't. She was really nasty to me every time I said something.
Oh, I can imagine that. Yeah.
So now I can do it. So yes, Tim, you're right. So she is just up there.
Wow. I don't know if I'll be able to show you this.
Yeah.
A little.
But she should be all right up there for 2 or 3 months, and then she'll be an adult. And then I'll probably get another 6 months out of her.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, back open that window. It's so warm in here today.
This is my little house spider I caught. Around this way. If you can see her, she's up against the other side. Oh, there she is.
Oh, there we go. Oh, she's a beauty.
Yeah. So,
she's a beauty.
Also, the only thing I could find was a little cookie jar, so I drilled some holes in the top and she sits in there.
Amy says, I'd love to do that in our reptile room, but nervous I'd wake up with it on my face. You won't. It will create the web, and then they stay on their webs. They don't come off. The only time they actually will come off is if they want to redo their web somewhere else. But that's not going to be on your face. It's going to be up on the wall or as you've seen there on the window. But, I mean, the wife will tell you, I've been busting to do something like this for about 6 years, and she's always said no. So I've always hey cringe. So I've always respected that decision, and now I've got my own room. I'm like, well, it's my room. I'll do what I want. So yeah, it's been released. Tara has been in here while it's been here, but she's only poked her head through the door. But she knows it's also not going to leave that web in.
Are they quite short-lived?
Extractor fans are a must. Peaked at 39 at 10 a.m. in the shed before my fans kicked in. Oh, yeah. We got obviously got the mature male Balfouri from the show as well. As I was telling you before we went live, he went straight in with a female, did his thing, come back out, went back in, did it again. Actually dropped a sperm web above her burrow, which was pretty cool before I went to bed last night. And now she's before I went to bed Sunday night, sorry. And then today, some point today, she's finally munched him. So fingers crossed.
Oh, so did you just leave them together then?
Yeah. You get a lot of criticism for doing it. People say, "Oh, you put the male in, you've let him get eaten," and it's like, well, we want to create. I mean, I've said this with Dave as well, when he's come on streams and with other people that have come on streams. Hey Ian, hi Amy. You want to create a natural environment as possible. Yeah. So in the wild, the natural course of mating is the male a lot of the time doesn't escape and the female munches him. And it's often now thought and now believed that there's key nutrients, minerals and all the rest of it inside that male, which the female can get. And then consequently that then gets passed down onto the slings, making them a lot stronger. So, and also if the female's not going to feed, it also helps to get her all the way through to actually, the sling release as well. So I'm all for it. If it's a hard to
that could also help the spiderlings as well, couldn't it? The nutrients from it.
Exactly. I mean, if it's a rarer species, yeah, okay, fair enough. If it's your friend's male, yeah, again, fair enough. Save these ones. Or if you know several people with the females and you've got a plan of the male getting around, happy days. But about 40 males, you see them all over the shop. You see them everywhere. So it's not like it's a rare species. So this time I'm going to try that, because last time they paired and then I took the male out. They paired again and they took the male out, sent him off. And she ended up eating the whole egg sac. She created like a hammock. So they create like a hammock-shaped egg sac. It's not a ball, so they don't hold it. They kind of put their paws over the front of the hammock, kind of like that, if you like. And then they can then still go get water, still go get food and what have you. But she still ended up eating it. So I'm wondering if she will do that this time now she smashed the male off. Amy says, give the female nutrients she needs to produce a good sac. Osmond had the harmonicans and the Leitis cohabit for over 2 weeks, not a problem. Tim's got a pokey smithy that's been in with the female 5 days now. We've sat together in the same hide.
Pokey, eh?
Pokey, eh, Stu? But yeah, I mean, the Amazonian Germani, the male was in with her for, I think it was several weeks before she eventually munched him, and we had a really good sack. The pulchra has finally ate the male as well. So I'm hoping that we get a really good sack off that. What I should have done, now looking back on it, what I should have done is had 2 Balfours with 2 males, paired one several times and left the male in with the other one to get eaten, and seen, hopefully then they would have both had a successful egg sac. And seeing the differences, not only in the quantities, but actually in the size of the slings as well. So in the past, I mean, the Salpeia Semurnia, she ate the male, but she also molted as well and then produced a sac, which was really bizarre. Whether eating the male helped her to retain the sperm through a molt, I have no idea. How she retained the sperm from the molt is also beyond me, but she did. And I'm wondering if that's down to the fact that she actually ate the male. And the slings for that particular breeding was really good as well. We've actually paired her again, and she ate the male. So did the heart bacteria pulchripes. We've paired her several times, no luck. Paired her with the male. They lived again together for 4 or 5 days, and now she looks ready to bust. She's created that burrow that you always wait to see. So fingers crossed she'll drop a sack. You didn't create the burrow last time. Last time she just webbed up and just stayed there, and that was it. And it was a lot of the case was you're not doing anything. You're not creating an area where you can keep your babies safe. So I don't think you're actually gravid. Leah has been a channel member for 28 months and says missing everyone already. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
Mad.
We've got I bought a heart bacteria nemecanensis, adult female from Spider Shop. That was 80 quid.
Blimey.
I mean, those things were a couple £100 when they came out. well, say came out when they were available in the hobby, probably about 5 or 6 years ago. And it was Hadley Davis that was breeding those. So the fall in that price of those is actually absolutely incredible. Pale True Spiders, we've got some of them. Marina is giving up a lot of her collection. I think she's on about keeping the spiders with friends because she wants to move abroad for a couple of years. So she's got rid of a few bits. So we bought her flower beetle larvae. I bought a Goliath beetle larvae off her. Bought a giant stick insects off her, and 4 colonies of ants off her as well.
Wow.
So, and the stick insects, my God. I come over from work yesterday, and Noah, our little 4-year-old, runs up to me, and he's like, just grabbed my hand and took me to the back door. And I was like, where are we going? He said, stick insects. So I had to bring him down here. He came in here and he saw the stick insects, and then eventually pulled him out, and we went back up again.
I remember having those as a kid.
Yeah, he's got some already, and he's just invert crazy.
I remember slowworms as a kid. They were my first introduction to freebie wildlife. Not a lizard, but not a snake. It's kind of a. I mean, they're protected now. You don't see them very often, but I used to find them every bloody weekend. They were brilliant. Used to take it down the shops and show the shopkeepers and that with me when I was with my mum.
I'll tell you what we used to find as kids is the newts.
Yeah, newts.
And they was protected back then. They were protected species.
Yeah. My dad had some in his pond.
Well, this is what I mean. Nobody gives a flying hiatus. I'm not going to swear till 9 p.m. because the pond that I used to go like pond dipping in, where we used to find the newts, leeches, all sorts, stickleback, everything. They just drained it. They just drained it and built on it.
Yeah.
So when they say a species is protected in the UK, I think they're talking absolute crap.
They are.
Because if somebody comes along and says, well, Mr. Council Member, I'll give you 10 grand. Suddenly it's like, yeah, you can build on there. There's nothing of interest over there. Off you go.
They're more towards conserving bats, aren't they? I think bats are one of the bats and bees. I think the two.
Yeah. Now
anything's nothing's above money, is it? That's the thing.
See the bats. Now the bats live up in the air.
I love bats. I'd love a bat.
So they live in dark spaces, up in the air, the places like caves, trees. So generally, if you build, they just move next door to where the trees are, where there's another cave or a dark places. I think when it comes down to the ground stuff, they don't want to say, oh, we're going to conserve this in this area because they know they're going to build in that area. And Keir Starmer's already said he wants to build another 1.5 million houses.
Well, it's
1.5 million houses.
Yeah, but it's
on top of what we're already building.
Yeah, but people need houses, don't they? There's, we're always going to need houses.
There we go. Chris, what's that on the wall behind you? Pinned tarantula or sculpture? Says Amy. Charlotte says, yes, you can't even knock a building down if it has one singular bat in it. I can tell you from personal experience that that's crap. That might be how it is on paperwork. I can't go into it because I'd lose certain things. But yeah. Leah says, yeah, it's not done well enough. The UK is not worried about our conservation, apart from where they can make money from it, like the Forest of Dean.
Oh, I love watching bats.
Yeah, we've got 2 bats that fly over our back garden.
Don't get ready around mine. Used to live. There was a nice
I can address that, Donna, but they're not affordable housing. No, there's no affordable housing in the UK no more, because whatever affordable housing that you think is affordable does not now go to indigenous people of our island. It goes to everybody else, unfortunately. And fortunately, there's I think the problem in the UK Because there's just too many of us now. I think that's not just the UK though. I think that's just worldwide.
Yeah.
There's too many people on the planet, and we're running out of space.
Well, I'm all for people having as many kids as they want, but 9 or 10 and 11 or 12, it's a bit over top.
Says I want one of those bat houses, same concept as a bird house, but for bats.
Oh, I've got one at the bungalow where I lived with my wife, who's now not my wife. So there you go, ex-wife. Yeah, we got a bat box on there that the builders put when they built the bungalow. Put it's an eco bungalow, and we was well, she's still there, but we was there for I was there for a good 8 years and never saw one bat. So not one bat in the box.
Ian used to make bat homes while cave digging.
Oh.
Or when cave digging, or is that like exploring the caves or digging the old caves out?
Oh, I'm going to be doing some cave digging soon. I've got some nice excavation clay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Excavator clay.
That's going to be for my giant hairy desert scorpion.
That stuff's bloody heavy.
She deserves a new habitat. Her old enclosure's buggered.
Amy says it's great because legally they can't be removed or destroyed, so it's a win-win. Again, if there's enough money involved, they get moved. 100% they get moved. Let's say if you're the government and you want to build a nuclear power plant and your only area is here, but there's bats here, they're just going to move them. Oh, reopening old caves and finding new ones. Nice. The thing with a cave, like when they go cave exploring, is I'm up for it. Happy days. But when you start going through these tiny little old openings like that, no, see you later. Not a chance.
I can probably do it, but I get stuck by my ears. You see, they're quite.
I'm not claustrophobic until I'm like this, and I'm like, yeah, no. Oh no, Leo's kicking off. He don't want to go to bed.
I sometimes use a weighted blanket. That can have a weird effect sometimes, especially when you first start using them. They just down,
He's got one. He's got a weighted blanket, and he does use it a lot.
Yeah, I didn't need one when we had our old dog. She was a bull mastiff cross Bordeaux, and she used to hold me down like a weighted blanket. If I didn't give her what she wanted, which was custard creams or treats, she weighed about 8 stone. Used to say no to her, and she just used to look at me and then climb up on me while I was laying down on the bed watching telly. Just hold me down by her front paws. I just like arms waving everywhere. Will you get off? So her head was like that. It was huge. Then all over me as well.
He likes that claustrophobic type feeling.
Mm.
I mean, when he's 5 now. So when he was, I think he was 3, he went into nursery, and Tara got a phone call and said, "Don't know how to say this, but we're going to have to tell you that we've lost your child for the last 45 minutes, and we can't find him. Don't worry, nobody can get in or out. It's all gated, it's all locked, high fences, all the rest of it." Yes, Chris, but they couldn't. He was 2. Yeah, he was 2, but they couldn't find him. But he's autistic, ADHD, so he's not a fan of people at the best of times. But he's also got hyperflex mobility.
Oh yeah.
So he can twist. You can hold his hand and he can spin around and all sorts. And
I bet he was in the tiniest little.
With that comes a lot of pain. But do you know those tiny little traffic cones that kids play with? He folded himself up and hid in one of them for 45 minutes and found it absolutely hilarious that nobody could find him.
I'm sorry to laugh, but it's just like this.
It's the first thing we got. the first time we got the tumble dryer, because we've got the front room and the back room now, and the kitchen's not really big enough to put a tumble dryer in there. We put the tumble dryer in the back room, and guess who went climbing straight in it? Leo, yeah. Oh, he is a genius, absolutely. Wow. He is, yeah.
I used to be that flexible, but I'm not anymore. I tend to creak and crack if I try and do anything that's.
He hides in the most amazing places where you think, where's Leo? And then suddenly a tiny cupboard door will open, and there he is, and he's laughing, or you hear him laughing. Is normally how he gives it away, or it can be lying underneath a blanket, and when you look at the blanket like a duvet, you don't see any kind of ripple of a human, because with his flexibility, he looks like he sinks. Looks like he just melts into whatever he's lying on. Yeah.
And he's got autism and ADHD.
All kinds of. My son got stuck in the tumble dryer. He's got autism. He's verbal, so he can communicate all right. The English language, the written is a big problem. Maths looks like it's going to be real positive.
Still a problem for me.
But but his ADHD's up there, and they've also suggested Down syndrome, but we can't see it. But he's got that very. I don't want to upset people, but do you know when you spend a lot of time with autistic people quite high up on the spectrum, especially those with flexibility disorder, this section's kind of extended, and then you can see him. He does this a lot. Do you know what I mean? So he does get aches and pains and whatever. But the show was, going back to spiders, the show was absolutely amazing.
It's always over too quick, isn't it? The whole day just goes.
Problem is, it starts at 11. So, I mean, Leah's in chat. She's got a stand. She'll tell you as well. So, if you've set your stand up and done everything you got to do, 10 till 10:30 is kind of the here we go, and then 10:30 till 11, everybody's rushing around, and it's like an absolute market, if you like. And then when the gates open, that's it, you're knackered. But then come 3 o'clock, a lot of the store holders are starting to pack away. The people that are coming and going, the amount of people in there is probably halved, but there's still the odd person coming through the door, and that's when you go round and you have a little look, and people will knock down the prices of things because they don't want to take them home. But then also, if you want a mystery box, people will put mystery boxes together for you at that time, and there can be a little bit, little extra in there or something. Other than it's so exhausting, but I love it, says Leah.
Being amazing to do an outdoor one in this sort of weather, but
cerebral palsy,
probably not feasible.
We were suggesting this like an event over 2 days, but apparently Entercon tried doing it and it failed. Seas have thought about doing 2 days, where the first day is dry goods, so nobody will go, and then the second day is your live. But it's like this: if you've got it on a Saturday and a Sunday, everybody's going to go along to the Saturday, and then nobody's going to come to the Sunday, or vice versa. I think if it was a different hobby, then we could do something. But because it's the inverts, we don't want them travelling. We don't want them out of people's homes or where they live for too long. I don't think it'll ever be a 2-day thing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, our next one's Peterborough. Yeah, not doing Glasgow.
Next is the Ant one.
Tara says, I'm not going to a show now until Cole.
Is there a whole show for Ants then?
There's, Ancon. Ancon in Wales.
Hell, I didn't know that.
That's in May of each year.
Are they huge then, Ants? A lot of people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bloody hell.
I've got several colonies.
What, of ants?
Of ants, yeah. Yeah, including leaf buzzers. Leaf cutters.
Anybody want ants? No? No. No. They said no.
Yeah, the plan this year was to go to Glasgow, but unfortunately with moving, doing this place up, we've just had the Bristol show, and I'm under strict orders next month that things have to be paid for, like school uniforms and stuff like that. Layla's 14, so we're not going to get away with getting her a cheaper pair of shoes this time. It's going to have to be a decent pair and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Because she's growing up, so she'll need all sorts of extra bits.
Crap shoes we bought our kids, and they just go through them. No, I'm not asking him that.
Layla, right? It was the first year of big school. She was like, "Oh, I need some shoes," and I went, "Why don't you get some boots like mine?" And she looked at them and she went, "Oh, yeah, they're nice." And she's the same size as me, so she's a size 9. So she tried them on, and then she never took them off. 2 years later, she still got them. That's my Doc Martens.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had my Doc Martens for 2 years, and she absolutely adored them. Yeah, well, I said to her, the Doc Martens are pretty good. I said, 1, they look nice. 2, they look smart. 3, they're long-lasting. And 4, they've got a pointy, solid sole. So if somebody annoys you or pushes you around, you can kick them and they're going to know about it. You know? So yeah, I don't know if she'll want to carry on wearing them into the next year in September, but she will need some decent shoes to go back to school with. Noah's not at nursery anymore. He's got his first year at school, so there's his school uniform to get, Leo's school uniform to get. Leo's stuff we can't hand down to Noah because Noah's like half Leo's size because of how tall he is.
It's never ending, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. And then I bought a telly off me mate, so I want to pay that off at the end of next month as well.
What's that for in there? Is it?
We didn't have a TV for 3 years because Leo broke 2 or 3 in a month.
Oh, what? Just smashed them or?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Through a bottle. A baby bottle with one of his meltdowns at the telly and broke it.
Yeah, that can't be helped though, can it? You know, it's...
You want to see the All Weaver again, Amy? 1 second. But yeah, but now he's calmed down so much with his throwing. He still has outbursts, but they're more predictable. You can see him coming. But yeah, so but the TV is more for when Tara wants to sit down and have a little bit of a chill, because the kids, can be tired. Well, they are very, very tiring.
Well, she's got you to look after as well, hasn't she?
Noah's they think Noah's got ADHD, but they can't test him yet because he's too young. But he is 100 miles an hour from the moment he opens his eyes to the moment he closes them. So
because he's too young.
Too young, yeah. They don't test till they're 5, and then there's a waiting list.
For how long?
You tell me. We only managed to get Leo through the testing so quickly because he was having epileptic seizures as well as. So he got put under a paediatrician immediately, and then we got all the tests done literally within about 6 months. But for Noah, because he hasn't got the seizures, he won't be put under a paediatrician immediately. So it's going to take a little time. But I don't know. I don't know if they diagnosed him with ADHD and said, "Oh, you got to take this meds or that meds," it will be no. We're not putting him on meds. And sod off. So I don't see what difference it would make with him anyway, apart from maybe maybe school might change the way they approach him. Maybe, I don't know. The only thing that Leo takes melatonin at night time, but that was because he spent about 3 years of his life awake, and it was a case of that poor boy needs to sleep. So the melatonin helps him to sleep for about 8 hours, and that's it. But the nursery were telling us, "Oh, you got to take him back to the doctors and get some tablets and do this," and we were like, "No, we don't. He's autistic. It's not a problem for us. We're happy with his meltdowns. We're happy with the way he is. If it's a problem for you, then you need to change your attitude and your ways and what you're doing with our son." Yeah, my hubby's autistic. Can be funny but exhausting.
I would like to just send thoughts out to the people of Stockport. It's terrible what's happened.
I can't. I've not even processed it.
I can't. 17 years old and he's
From Wales. Oh,
he's gone and done that, and they've given him a minimum of 22 years life. That's not life. Not for doing that.
life. I think for something of that nature. I think
multi-murder.
I think what you should do is, I don't care how old he is, put him in a little room. In fact, no, put him in the back of my mobile workshop in my van and just leave him in there with me for a few days and let me provide the justice and then lock him up for the rest of his life.
My honest thought to
there probably wouldn't be much left of him, but that I would literally have a field day on somebody like that.
When I saw the news, my first thought was to give him to the parents of the kids that he's murdered and see what happens. Give them to him and let them take wherever they want.
It's not even the parents; it's the mums. Just lock him in a room with the mums.
Oh, it's just. Anyway, let's.
It is messed up, but yeah, we'll move on and bring it back up again.
We'll move on. So, so for anyone that doesn't know, I've got a Fairphosospermy. I've had a just over a year.
Oh, let me just say it.
She keeps coming out to being handled. So, and she's sitting there at the moment. She's chilling out. She's got a big fat bum on her.
Amy says, I take the meds for actual medical conditions. Autism isn't a medical condition, it's just who I am.
Yeah.
I got interviewed. I think a couple of us got interviewed for somebody else's YouTube channel outside. And they said to me, what's one of the common things that you can see across the hobby? And I said, the tarantula hobby is a very different place to any other hobby, because the tarantula hobby, it seems to be tarantulas and mental health unite us in this hobby.
Yeah.
And if you look at other hobbies, it's not the same. It is not the same. We've all been brushed aside or outcast at one point in our lives, and we've all seemed to have found spiders, and that's been our reckoning. That's kind of helped us all. It's really, really interesting stuff.
These have helped my mental health better than any mental health charity can. I'd be lost without them now, and I haven't even been keeping this January coming be 3 years, so it's not a lot.
I went to Coventry. Mind did me wonders, and so did the recovery project in Coventry. When I come off the drugs, and then when I was off drugs, we ended up going to Coventry Mind. They taught me some interesting things, but a lot of it is like, if I don't want to do something, I'll just tell you now instead of just doing it. But I can tell you in such an abrupt way. If you ask Tara, if I don't want to do something, I ain't doing it. There are no two ways about it. She just gets a cold, very, very cold no. But that's all part of the mental health training stuff that I had done, and it's just sat there.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm like these days. If I just don't want to do anything that someone asks me to do, just say no, can't do it.
Yeah, Donna, TikTok is, for me, there is a small population of people in the animal world and TikTok that do a really good job, like educating correctly, and then there's a lot of people that just handle all worlds for views and all the other crap that goes along with it. And then there's another group of people that sit there and go, "Oh, we're doing this for educational purposes. I'm here to educate this, educate that. You need this type of bulb and that type of bulb." And it's like, yeah, you only need that type of bulb because your sponsors told you that you need to promote their bulb. That's the only reason that you're holding it in your hand. That and that drives me insane, absolutely insane. Very much so, because they say, "Oh yeah, we're going to educate you on a spider," blah 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 blah. Not you, Chris, obviously. But then you'll see a thesaurus spider and it's on this much substrate. And it's like, oh my God, what are you doing? Yes, Mr. Oh, what's up, buddy Welsh guy here? Yes, Mr. Anderson, you're right, yeah.
It's lack of research, isn't it? It's putting the time into to research.
But the research don't just come from books. It comes from me and Dave having a chat. It comes from, I mean, this is my research anyway. It comes from me and you having a chat, me and Leah having a chat, me and Chris having a chat, because we're all keeping the same, but we're all keeping differently.
Yeah,
we're all keeping different humidities, temperatures. Feeders could be different. What we're feeding feeders could be different. Pairings are going to be different. Everything's different, but the same hobby. So we're learning off one another all the time. Yes, Ellie. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
when I started doing the lives every Tuesday, Ellie was in chat. Used to be the co-host every Tuesday, and I miss her a lot. Mr. Anderson, I met Mr. Anderson at Dave's Little Beasties table, because he came across, right, and he was talking about the merch, and Dave was like, yeah, and I said, yeah, there was an error in this batch. It all says Dave's Little Beasties instead of Scott's Inverts. Massive error, massive apologies. He's going to get it sorted, and he's going to have a Scott's Inverts logo on it and all the rest of it pretty soon.
Yeah, I think, Amy, the guy you're talking about, I think I've seen him on TikTok. He tried to get an Aphonopelma chalcodis to bite him, and it just didn't want to do it. And he was saying she just doesn't want to bite. But he reckons he's doing it for research. God, blimey, bloody mate.
I don't know. I talk to many people. Some of them on TikTok, some of them handle, some of them will literally sit there chatting away to the microphone with a spider here. But I feel if you just give them the, who do you think you are? That spider this, you should be doing it this way, blah, 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 blah. But really, what we should be doing is like, hi mate, I'm Scott. How are you? This is my channel if you want to check it out, or this is the information that I get. And then slowly over time, that person could go from having it here to having it in an enclosure behind them like we've got.
Yeah.
And that's a big difference. Just by challenging somebody on TikTok and literally going, you're doing it wrong, you shouldn't be doing this, blah, blah, blah. They then turn around and go, oh, we've got another hater in the comments, and all their friends go, hey, we love you, here's another 20 quid. Do you know what I mean? But if you listen to them and see their point of view on it, their take on it, and kind of slowly educate, then there is ways around it. And I think it takes that extra bit of time, but it's worth it for the animals. And then ultimately, it's also worth it for the keeper as well, because they slowly get educated at the same time.
Yeah. See, I honestly don't do mine even for likes, for recognition. It's just to show people that, especially people that don't really like spiders, that have got arachnophobia. And I did have a couple of people say that watching me with my spiders did help them a lot. You know, they come to look at them a bit differently. But yeah, that's you know, I just want people to see that they're not the monsters that the media and the TV make them out to be. You know, and when at 6:30 in the morning and you've got an 8-inch legged Theraphosa sturmey on your hands, and she's just chilling on the table, you know, it gives you a kind of a strange, like, I've done that, I've achieved that, you know, she's so calm. She's just the one in a million. And I got her from, I think it was it was C's. I was about third in the queue, got in, and I just went looking around every table, and I just spotted her, and it said female Thermospermy. And I said, oh, he said, yeah, she's £100. And I said, put her behind her. Yeah, I got her. She was, do you know what? And I still can't remember who I got her from. I think it was something Bugs.
Bugs UK?
Might have been. I think it was a guy with sort of short dark hair and glasses, I think, with a black t-shirt on. And he's somebody else there. But I was so...
Hey, Max.
Shocked. I was so shocked that I saw her, and I just thought I've got to have her. And she was a good, I'd say, a good 6 to 7 inches at that time.
So the comments have just been on about like internet trolls and stuff like that, and Osman says until you're in front of them. So there was an internet troll that gave Osman a load of crap, and Osman just literally went up to him and went, "Hello, bitch." And that person then absolutely shit themselves. It was priceless, absolutely priceless. And I think that person didn't even know who he was. That's how much, you know, they didn't care, basically. Yeah, and that was in the UK, and Osman's doesn't even live in the UK. Brilliant. Hey Dave, hi Nat. So Bart says social media is one of the most toxic places ever. There was one man said once, I never knew how many idiots in the world till I got on the internet. Okay, so social media can be toxic, it can be really positive.
It can.
So if it's toxic, it's down to the individual. So it's down to myself, it's down to you guys to block those people that you feel are toxic, so you don't see their comments again. The ones that are positive, don't block those ones, so you see more of their stuff. So if you block somebody that's always toxic and what have you, then towards when you see that person comment nastily on Facebook, on a Facebook group or whatever, you're not going to see their comment because you've got them blocked. So that's one way you can kind of turn that nastiness on social media around. You've also got to remember that social media is one of our biggest and strongest platforms for educating and also learning, as well as the lollipop man. So Stuart Butler is the guy that went around the whole of the show handing out lollipops, apart from to me.
The lollipop man. Oh,
he is the lollipop man. He went and bought. I'm just trying to make him feel guilty. He went around and gave a load out on Sunday at the show. Oh, got you, Stuart. It weren't Stuart, it was Mal. Mal did. I can't remember his name. I met a lot of people on Sunday. Yes, I know you now.
Ice lollipops. Ooh.
Oh, it was a little bit warm.
I bet it was.
It was very, very, yes, yeah. It's all fell back into place, Stuart. Sometimes it takes a little while. It really does. But it was very warm in that show. The first room wasn't, and I actually videoed from upstairs and looked down from the balcony. I'm not sure I was supposed to be up there or even allowed up there, but I snuck upstairs and did that, you know. Come back, it was lovely and cool up there. But that first room, it was a lot cooler than the back room. It was still hot, obviously it was still hot, but the back room was so warm. It was an absolute killer. It was that warm.
I can imagine at the shows that you get the first few people in, but then you start getting more and more people in, and you're all pushing against each other, and oh man, it's just too much.
Yeah, but then even if you go outside, you can't escape the heat because it's hot outside. They did have a cafeteria there. You can obviously bring your own food and drinks as well as, so there is ways to cool down, I suppose. But toilet's a good one. Toilet's always colder. Toilet's always colder than anywhere else because there's all water in there.
That's why my bathroom here. It's only small. I've only got a shower in the bathroom, but it's all tiled. So if I get too hot, I just used to go and sit in there with my phone.
Oh, Chimpy, yeah. Oh my God. Yes, I did. I used to know a Polish website that used to deliver to the UK, and I can't remember. It's something PL, Spiders PL.pl, something like that. Osmond's in town. Osmond might know better than me.
Hold on, I might have it on here actually.
Yeah, that's right, Bart. But what they used to do was just drive a bus over from Poland and drop everything off over 2 days to everybody. But you had to spend something like 500 quid in order to have that delivery come to you. I don't know if they still do it. I'm not sure. Max spent most of the time sat near the show, says Amy.
Did you say Tarantula Shop EU?
Yeah, EU or .pl. There's one .pl one as well.
Yeah, I've looked at them a couple of times.
Before Brexit, there was a place in France that used to ship over as well, and they don't now.
UK customers get local products and faster delivery. Shop now.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. All part of the service.
No worries, Stuart. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing when I come off this live. Scott, I reckon you should wear a Scott's Inverts mankini.
Don't even think about it.
I can't do it. Because I have to wear the Invert Shows t-shirt. So, because I go around the show, I don't know. I know some of you already know and have been watching the other videos as well as. But not only do I film my own video, I also film the official video for the show organisers as well. So that's why I have to wear the Invert Shows t-shirt one. And a lot of you who paid on the door, you don't even know it, but the girl with the very dark, gingery hair and a black hoodie on with spiders, that's my wife. So if you came through the door and you're thinking, I wonder what Tora looks like, she was actually on the door on Sunday. She went up and down the queue to get everybody in quicker by getting all the online tickets done with the big tablet thing. On the Friday, there was something like 850 online tickets sold. On the Saturday, when that went up to 900, and by the time the doors opened, it was 1,000.
Wow!
That was biggest pre-sale event ever.
It just shows you how many people
are
keeping not just tarantulas but scorpions and.
It's not only that. I mean, they invited CITES to come. So there was 2 ladies there from CITES, and they did a talk on CITES, what CITES is about, and all the rest of it. Really, really interesting stuff. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Since, you know, obviously having CITES at a show, I think it shows everybody that if you're doing something a little bit, you know, it's now got to be right down on point. And I think it's only a good thing for the hobby to have CITES at a show. The two ladies who were there were really, really nice, really, really nice people.
Gave my
Hey JJ.
Gave my Scolopendra last night a really massive Morio worm. She absolutely destroyed it. Oh my god, they're so psychopathic. Oh,
it's the way they just the half of their body's lying flat, and then the other half just turns, comes back at it, and just grabs it. Well, yes, Bailey, you're right, Bailey.
Trying to find a way out.
A lot of you will not know, or let me just have a quick look. Now this, Bailey, you're still there, Bailey? Just drop me a hello in the comments if you are. So a couple of years ago, Bailey used to come on the lives quite a few times. Bailey is really into his UK inverts, UK spiders, beetles, stuff like that, and a lot of the true spiders throughout the whole planet as well as. And his photography is absolutely on point. So he set up, when I was doing photography myself, he set up my camera via we did a live on Facebook. So that's how we managed to set it up. So not only could I set mine up, anybody else watching could have a little play with theirs and follow Bailey's kind of ideas and instructions as well. What he did, it's weird watching from home, usually at work, but about 3 years ago, he did this.
Oh, hello. It's Bailey's Book Block.
With the red lion and everything. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, what's that? But I know Bailey's sitting there now laughing his head off. And a lot of you may not know, but Bailey was the first one to really support me before we monetized. Literally within the first couple of videos, it was like, set up a Patreon. I was like, oh, I can't set up a Patreon. He's like, set up a Patreon. I was like, okay. And he was the first one to support like that, yeah. As always supported.
That's brilliant.
Oh. Hey Michael, you're right. Amy, just like you asked a little while ago, Amy H. But it's up here. Excuse the mess, but still. But don't excuse the mess because I like it.
There we are again.
Just here, if you can see it.
Just
can you see it?
Just looks like a squibble on the windowsill up the top.
Yeah. Well, if I do that, maybe that'll put it in perspective.
Yeah.
So probably that size, about 2.5, 3 inches.
And you said once they're webbed, they don't move really, don't go away.
No, she'll just stay on that web. Sometimes they'll move in position and make another web, but a lot of the time they'll just literally stay like that.
So what should do? Catch insects in the web that's hanging down.
Yeah, so the web's bigger than what you think. I've actually got a box of screws out on the side, and I can't move them now because she's put a piece of web on them. So I can't. Okay, Steph, I can't move those screws. It's from when we were building them here. But yeah, she will catch flies or anything that hits that web. But then also what I do is I'll give her a dubia and see if she'll take that as well. She had a dubia yesterday actually. I got surprised after it's still not on the web. So yeah.
That's amazing. I might have to have a. Where could I put one in here though? On the window. Mind you, I get full sun on the front windows most days.
So, what do you mean, Mr. Anderson? Scott, was that the little dragon-looking dude? Looked like How to Train Your Dragon.
Else I can put it.
Anywhere. Absolutely anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I said, you have got the issue of if it escapes you, then introducing into the UK natural environment
Exactly. Yeah.
a spider or an animal that's a non-native species to the UK.
Yeah.
So you are breaking the law.
You are.
Currently, I'm not, because the way around it is this room's completely sealed, so therefore this room is its enclosure, just as much as this box is where the Balfour is. You know what I mean? That's its enclosure. Or any of the exoterrors around here, or whatever spiders in that's its enclosure. Well, this room is that spider's enclosure. So yeah, the window's open now, but I know for a fact she ain't gonna go nowhere. And if she did, I'd end the stream until I found her anyway. She's highly unlikely that she's gravid. Highly unlikely. And we're highly unlikely ever to find males, because the males are like so small they climb up onto her back, and every now and again they'll go underneath her and that pair, and then come back on top. Night, Amy.
OC tarantulas. Oh, I think I just
Osman.
not sure if I just subscribed or whether I added you as a friend on Facebook. Sure, yeah. I noticed the little picture.
Add him on Facebook. Drop him a message. His knowledge is incredible. His collection's incredible.
Yeah.
I have a green dragon species, yellow leg, and a giant orange leg. Oh, nice.
I think I did him because of the mutual friends. It's just like spider people, so I just thought, oh yeah.
Yeah, we become friends, Chris. Not long ago, he says. Yeah, he's a good man, he's Osman. Lovely heart. Hey, Tony, you okay?
We all got a lovely heart, all our spider keepers.
Yeah, pretty much.
We just don't like non-spider keepers, but there you go.
Amy says, Scott, can you do me a favour? I'm not allowed to. The wife says, since we've been married, I'm not allowed to do those favours anymore. I'm joking. What's up, Amy? Osman is very OCD. Not a bit. He's very OCD.
Oh, I'm very OCD as well. Oh my god.
Osman's room is literally everything is perfection.
Yeah, it's pretty much like my enclosures.
Yeah, amazing stuff.
Kind of any mess like they really.
Yeah, Tony, we're all good. Are you okay? You're the first YouTuber I ever watched, so I would like you to name one of my teas, either the curly or the vegans. Both slings unsexed. God. Do you know how many spiders that I've got names for of mine? Probably, 3 or 4?
Cool, mine are all named.
The rest? Yeah, mine are. Like, the pink toe is named Avicularia durensis M2.
Oh.
But I will name it.
I've got a Bumba Huidida. She's called Annabelle Spindley.
About calling the curly beardy, because then that's a little link to me, and then with the curly hair, it's like a little beard on her.
Yeah.
And I am a little bit partial to a curly hair. I ain't gonna lie. I do like curly hair.
I've got 2. Only 2. It was Princess. Actually, Princess was my first ever tarantula. Yeah. She's my little curly hair. Well, I say little, she ain't little anymore.
Mr. Anderson says his missus said, "You get any more teas? I'm off." 22 babies later. Yeah, the wife said that to me after 4, I think it was. She said, "No more." And she said, "Never ever get any centipedes." He said, "No to snakes." He said, "No to leeches." She said, "No to ants."
Oh.
Yeah. I look at it this way: you live once, so you go and do you, and you go and get what you want. And if somebody tries to stop you doing what makes you happy, then they're not in your life to support you and make you happy. Life's about sacrifices, so she made a lot for me to have this.
All of these,
and I am very grateful for the fact.
All of these are thanks to my wife. She wouldn't let me have one when we were married, so I didn't want to cause any arguments. She was massive for arachnophobia, so was I actually. And then I was looking at something to have because I couldn't have a dog or a cat. And she said, "Why don't you get a tarantula?" And I went, ting. 30 tarantulas later. So yeah.
It's never a tarantula. It's never, I'm going to get a spider. We're going to get a spider. I'll put the link into the comments if anybody wants to click on that and come and say hello.
I'll take off anyway. I've got stuff to sort. I've got to sort your water out, haven't I, missus? That's absolutely disgusting.
1 second.
It's been climbing in it. Nice. Lovely substrate. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, can I come out? You can't. God, I'm going mad. Even talking to him. Oh. Right, guys, this has been fun.
I just shouted the wife to fill up the water bottle. She brought me a cup of tea.
Oh, I think I'm going to go and make a nice cup of tea, actually, now.
Thank you very much.
I do love a cup of tea. Right, guys, have a good night. And
to be honest, I don't think I'm going to be long behind you. I think I'll run to about 9:30 and call it a night because I'm hot, sweaty, and I want to get in a shower. Ian, I named my Irish tree spider. Wanker, but Scott Brett hit.
Right, guys, have fun.
All right, Chris, see you in a bit.
Yeah, see you later.
Take care, dude.
Bye.
Bailey left for work conference a week ago, came back with 32 slings. That's cool. Yeah, I'll put the Streamlabs link in. I do appreciate the fact that everybody's hot and sweaty tonight. It is still in the late 20s, is it? Certainly feels it. It is in here. So probably run the live for another 15 minutes. Call it a night. Go get myself a nice shower, I think. Next week is Tyra's birthday, so Tyra's doing a Tyra takeover on this channel. For the first time in 7 years, she's going to be taking over the whole night. So that's going to be interesting. I think Chris is going to be joining to keep an eye on her. But yeah, that's happening next week. I would pop on the screen, but with blocked nose, and I don't think anyone would appreciate my blowing my nose. Oh, you're all right, Bar. Don't worry, dude. Don't worry. All right, night, cringe. Take care. He's Craig. Yeah, so Tyra's doing like a birthday takeover next week for herself. So that's going to be pretty cool. God knows what she's going to chat about. I doubt it will be spiders. Well, yeah, that should be a good one. I'm off work next week as well, so I'm hoping to get a load more done in here. That link is to come and join us on the actual channel, Bailey. So if you click that, it goes to StreamYard. You can check your camera and your microphone before coming on, and then you can click another button. Then you're backstage. Then you come on. I don't. Yeah. I think that's what's happening next week. The week after that, we'll probably have some guests on and stuff like that. We have got a couple of giveaways to do this year still, as well as Christmas Day live giveaway. That's happening again this year, Christmas Day, from about 6 o'clock. That'll be live on here. Uncle Dave's Little Beasties called me at the show. He wants to come on to another live, and I was chatting to him because Dave really enjoys like having a topic of conversation to talk about, not just like coming on live. So I put one to him when it comes to spiders, which also involves pulling in Jeremy from the True World true spiders side of things as well. It's a really, really interesting topic. I don't want to tell you what it is just yet, but you will find out on the night because it's not really been covered at all. So it will be really, really nice. Cheers, but I will be on Tuesday. The Tara's takeover. It's not like I keep saying to her, it should be absolutely fine. It's just remembering what you can and can't say. If you know what I mean, because some words you can't say on YouTube because it automatically gets you demonetized. In other words, you can say and be completely fine with, but those two words are really closely linked. So it should be a good one. What that also means is she'll be in here next to that orb weaver. But what I might do for her, because Tara's highly into her isopods, she has got, I don't know, 30, 35 different species of isopod. She's had a couple off Leah, she's had a couple off Phil, she's had a couple off Micro Exotics, couple off quite a few off post pods, as well as. So I might put a second camera in the background, and I might get, because she keeps all her isopods in the house, so I might get each one out so she can talk about each one, and we can have a look at the babies and stuff like that. Because that's her thing. I can't get her into the spiders, the scorpions, the centipedes, or anything like that. But when it comes to the isopods, yeah. Did she get any new ones at the show? Yeah, she got some off Leah. She got 2 new species from Micro Exotics. And then I went and bought a £50 mystery box from Micro Exotics. And there's some incredible species in that, but that is going to be a video. But yeah, so she did really, really well. All right, Bolty. How are you?
First time I've been able to join you.
Easy, isn't it?
I'm always at work when you guys are you're doing your thing.
If you rotate your phone that way, you'll fill the whole screen like me. There you go.
Novice here.
So yeah, everybody does it, and you don't know until you're told. I did my first YouTube videos with my phone facing that way. Until somebody, it was Adam in Vertiberian, messaged me, and he said, if you turn your phone sideways, you fill the whole screen. And I was like, oh, I thought it was just my phone.
Yeah.
So whereabouts in the world are you, sir?
I'm in Wyoming, in the U.S.
Oof. So what time of day is it over there?
Oh, I don't know, probably like 2 o'clock-ish.
Oh, not
I'm
bad.
supposed to be, I was just in Arizona for a work thing and looking for spiders. I didn't find any. But I'm supposed to be asleep right now because they let me out of work to go sleep, but I got spiders to feed.
What did you do? Did you work nights or were you just tired?
No, I just it was a 16-hour drive. So I just drove all day yesterday. I got home at like 1 o'clock in the morning. But we got coffee.
16 hours?
A 16-hour drive, yeah. At 80 miles an hour. I don't know what that is in K's, but
No, we're in miles per hour over here as well.
oh, are you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
UK's miles per hour. Everywhere else seems to be kilometers, but we're still miles per hour.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had to go
exactly.
across
Awesome.
4 states. But yeah, it was a trek.
16. I mean, work send me an hour and a half away from home, and I'm like, that's miles away. What are you sending me that for? Like Osmond said, I ain't gonna complain ever again.
They gave me the option to fly, but I decided to drive so I could go look for snakes and spiders. I'd have a vehicle to do so. I didn't find any tarantulas. It was the most upsetting thing. I found some western diamondback rattlesnakes and a couple coach whip snakes, all kinds of lizards, but no tarantulas. But I bought a ton of them. I don't know. There's a guy selling them off. I guess I got a bunch of 32 GBBs and Enchrematus and Vermictopus and Verses. Add them to my my collection of slings. And I really gotta get better at this camera thing. How's your? I've been watching your room come together. It looks great.
Oh, appreciate that. Yeah, it's nearly there. Still got to get the window, but in time before the winter we should have that done. I'm hoping. But yeah, we've gone for polystyrene. It's like off a new building site, so it's a new type of insulation for the floors, and it's compressed polystyrene treated. It's 72mm thick. That went on the floor first because the cold comes up as well as coming in and sides and coming down. OBS board over the top, then we carpeted. This is just the silver bubble wrap insulation because that brick's two bricks deep there. And then we've got the roof insulation, loft insulation on the roof as well. It's all boarded and all. So
it's coming along. How cold do you guys get over there?
We can get it to about -3, -4. But the issue here is it rains a lot, so the temperature can be down to 2, 3, 4 degrees for a long periods of time. That's probably
the only time I've ever been in the UK was I spent 9 days in Ireland. And I think I saw blue sky for like an hour the whole time. It just rained constantly.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Dang. Well, you want a little tour, I guess? I don't know why I just impulsively clicked the link.
Yeah, man, let's go for it.
All right. Let's see. Is there a way to flip my camera?
Yeah, there should be 3 little dots. If you press those, then go camera settings, then it should give you an option to choose your reverse.
Sweet, thank you. That
no worries.
All day to figure out.
I mean, for us UKers, the size of America is almost incomprehensible, really.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, and it varies so greatly from state to state.
I mean, I'm in the middle of the UK, and to get to Scotland, 6 hours, and you're there.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Well, it's actually 4.5, but to get into Scotland properly, it's 6 hours.
6 hours. I am just state over in 2 directions. 6 hours north or west. I'm still in the same state.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where you want to start. I guess I don't know, slings of all kinds. A lot of these I've produced. A lot of them I haven't. This is, I've got 52 OBT in here that are all about ready for a rehouse. So pray for me.
52 OBTs?
Yeah. And they're all outgrowing their cups real fast. So yeah, so if you never hear from me again, I probably died.
You can buy the OBT army.
Yeah. Most of these tubs are Erminia. They just hatched out, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, so I still got probably over 100 still. Let's see. Dwarf row up here. What's that?
Do you supply shops, or have you got a shop yourself, or?
Well, I sell to a lot of the big ones, but lately I've been trying to give slings to a lot of the smaller startup groups.
Yeah.
Nothing against the big guys. I just, I like I don't know, I like helping folks that are more local and whatnot.
The big shop don't like me. Fear not tarantulas. They don't like me.
Why not?
Because I said and I produced a video and it says slings aren't for beginners.
And they didn't like that, huh?
No, she just commented on the actual post on Facebook instead of watching the video and then coming back with a constructive criticism. Then she would have realised what the actual video was about. I basically said you know, if you're brand new to the hobby, slings are very fragile. They can die really easy. Tiny mistakes can kill them. So if you get a bigger spider, they're a lot more bulletproof. So those tiny little mistakes aren't generally going to kill off a bigger spider. Therefore, it's going to stay alive, and it's going to encourage you to become a bigger member. You know, maybe get some more. Encourage your hobby. Whereas if you bought a sling and it passed away, that could be you and spiders done.
Yeah. Well, you're not wrong. Well, I'm sure she knows that. She just
no, she didn't watch the video. She just commented on the link and said like, "Oh, there's nothing better for a beginner than to watch their spider grow." And I thought, I wish you'd have watched the video and then commented, you would have realised what it was about. But
yeah,
it's one of them. Oh,
I'm jealous of you guys' community over there. It seems like you guys are all so close and connected.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of gross over here. There's a lot of I don't know. I won't say the words I'm thinking, but there's just a lot of unsavory folks over here.
Yeah, we hear it a lot. I mean, we get the unsavoury folks here, but generally we just fuck them off.
Yeah. See,
you get like one a year. Again, I mean, there's a lot of us, myself, and there's a lot of us in chat that have got American friends in the hobby, and they all say the same. They all say like the American hobby is very different when it comes to the community side of things.
Yeah.
But the way we look at it is, if we have a community, if the government ever turns around and says you cannot keep spiders, we can all get together and go down and say yes, we are, and that's it. Plus, as a community, we can do more things. We can do bigger giveaways, as you know.
Yeah.
You're right, Dale. Yeah, it's in the family there. Yeah.
You're not paying $1 million every time you want to buy a spider for shipping.
No. Our shipping is £10.
Yeah, that's nice. I think in here, unless you're like a big dealer here in the States, it's going to be like $60-$70, to ship something halfway across the country here.
Wow.
Don't ask me why these guys are here. These guys own the bottom of the room. Spiders get the top, which is why the floor is absolutely ruined.
So at $60, that is £46.75.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, it's crazy.
We're not even paying that for some spiders.
I know. Unfortunately, we still are. You guys have great prices. Every time, I don't know, like, I try not to do it very often because I get depressed, but I'll go on to you guys' UK sites like Portsmouth Tarantula or Spider Shop or something like that. And, spiders that we're paying $50-$60 for in the US, you guys are paying like, I don't know, like 2 pounds for. It's crazy.
I'm privy to a little bit of information. So what happens is there is a shop in the UK, and I obviously can't get into details about who they are, but they sell to America, and so they've got all the paperwork, all the CITES stuff, and everything else, and they literally send a shipment over to you guys. And they said that when it comes to bulk deals, they said the Americans never disagree on price. They just say, "Yep, sign it, done."
And we'll pay for it.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same in Europe. So if a lot of spiders are being sold off in Europe, while the British are there negotiating prices, the Americans pay top dollar, and they get everything straight away. So it gets sent again. Yes, Nameless, you're right, bro. Nameless is over in America. I can't tell you what area though, because I can't remember.
Yeah, it goes back to our big area conversation.
Oh, I mean, yeah, your state is my country.
Yeah, about my state's like, so it's got such little population density though. It's like about a person a square mile. So we're either the 8th or the 9th largest state in the country, but we've got the lowest population. We're a little over 500,000 people. And for the amount of space that this state takes up, it's kind of crazy, to be honest. A lot of open space here, a lot of wilderness. That's probably, so I'm in the state that has, like, we have Yellowstone and like the Grand Tetons and whatnot. So that's probably why we have so much wildlife.
Was there an explosion at Yellowstone the other day, or was that just TikTok?
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Oh, there actually was.
What's that?
There actually was. Because I've seen it on TikTok, and I was like, "Is that real or is it AI?"
No, it was real, and it's the first time it's happened there. Biscuit Bay or whatever it's called, Biscuit something. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's shocked, but I don't know. If Yellowstone does go off, I've got a front row seat, and there will be no suffering from anybody in my town.
All over a second, yeah.
Yeah. Yellowstone's nice, but honestly, it's just so crowded. Well, and like any tourist thing since COVID, everything's just like so crowded right now. It's just not fun. And there's a lot of great places that I go to watch wildlife that don't have all the people there. It's a good state if you like wildlife, but it gets brutally cold here. We usually have at least 1 week a year where we'll hit like 60 below zero Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but
I don't know. Let me again have a.
Interesting things I have over here. Oh, I do have a native Arizona tarantula, the Calcotes. But
so what did you say? Did you say negative 60?
Yeah, Fahrenheit.
That's minus 51.
It's it gets terribly cold here, like super cold. We've had propane freeze before, and I think for propane to freeze, they say it needs to be 74 degrees below zero.
That is insane.
Yeah.
So our winter, when we get down to -3, that's 26.
Oh no, it's it's been hitting 26 at night here already, and we're still in summer. Yeah, so this is why I've been watching your shed build so closely, because the lady and I we're trying to adopt our first kid, and this is the only spare room that we've got, so this would have to be the child's room. So I was going to
shut the fuck up, you fucking fake beard fucking cunt. You thought you were gonna get away with it, fucking twat.
You bastard! I did. I thought
pussy boy, fucking ginger wanker.
I thought that was Scott. I thought I said a trigger word.
Fucking cunt, you fucking bastard, ugly fucking piece of shit. Hello, Balky boy. I hope you're doing good.
Yeah, man, you good?
Well, I'm doing good.
Bet you didn't have no fucking show.
I bet you're having a good holiday.
I'm sorry I can't fucking stay in the fucking connections fucking shit, and fucking I barely can hear. Well, fuck you, Scott. Fuck everything. I hope everyone's doing good, and good night, everyone.
Take care, brother. Shut the fuck up. So
it's 9
a lot of
there, right?
He normally comes. Well, he normally unleashes hell at me at 9 o'clock, and it's 9:30. So I thought, yes, I thought we've missed him. I thought there's no way he's going to come on while he's on holiday. Yeah,
I thought it was you. I'm like, shit. What did I say?
No, it weren't me. No. So normally on a Tuesday, because the first hour, we don't have swearing or adult conversation because there's kids watching, and then at 9 o'clock. Moist o'clock, it's like after that we swear and have adult conversation and basically say, kids can't watch now. But Chris, normally he will announce 9 p.m. by calling me every name under the sun every single Tuesday, and of course he's not here tonight because he's on holiday. So the little twat ran in like out of the blue and just gave me a load of shit.
Yeah, he's the reason I got to put on my headphones at work when you guys come
Balti,
on.
Nameless Collector. Nameless Collector is on Instagram. Might help with messages. Says, how difficult is the adoption process?
Oh, over here it's crazy. I mean, it costs tens of thousands of dollars. We're trying. So, I work for the State Down Syndrome Association, and her and I both have been doing work with folks with Down syndrome for so long. We want a baby with Down syndrome.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier. There's a lot of grants that help cover the costs, but it's still like a super, super long process. You got to have 2 sets of home inspections, which I don't know how they would feel about me having all these spiders in the house during a home inspection. So,
but if they're locked away, if that door's locked, then it's like a locked door to a liquor cabinet. It's like a locked door to a gun cabinet. How can they say anything?
Yeah, and I mean, like, I mean, this is America, so we do have a gun cabinet too. But they,
I know, you're so lucky, so lucky.
Yeah, I know. Especially out here in Wyoming, we can pretty much just walk outside, and I mean, it's not actually that. If I did that, I'd be arrested. One of my neighbors is a cop, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think they'd like the idea, because you and I, and everybody watching here right now, I'm sure, is aware that none of these are actually dangerous. But to a lay person, they hear venomous spider and
yeah.
And then,
Chris has been a channel member for 29 months and says old fart, fake beard, wanker.
coming in with the hot takes. Yeah, so we have
oh God, Donna, yeah. Donna says that Scott, they would want to see the bedroom, and that's only the spare room.
Yeah, that's this. And we have, so that's I want to build an outbuilding, because we have a lot of geckos too, but they're out in the living room. So I don't know if like all the reptiles and whatnot would be okay, because we have quite a few of those as well.
And again, it's just the amount of space you guys have in your houses over there is insane.
What bigger, little?
Yeah, massive.
Oh, yeah, because this is a small house comparatively, but the housing market is crazy, and we both work for nonprofits, so we bought what we could afford. But we're luckier than a lot of people right now. If you didn't get a house, at our age, before COVID, then you're kind of out of luck now. This house, we bought it for probably twice as much as we should have. But
yeah, like Amy said, that's a small house.
Yeah, this is a small house over here. Yeah, just 2 bedrooms. But
our old house, there was 5 of us living in it. The council or the state, they didn't really weren't not interested in helping. That was a 2-bedroom with 5 of us in it. The front room was, I think it was 7 foot by 8. So we couldn't really have visitors or anybody. But we've moved. We've moved. Well, I'm now working really hard. The more jobs that get done, the bigger my bonus and stuff like that. So I have to make sure I'll get my bonus. But we're now renting a place which is 1,100 a month, but it's a 3-bedroom with this building at the bottom of the garden.
Oh,
and that we were lucky, and I mean really lucky, to fall on this place.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you guys' wages are like over there, but I think $1,100 a month over there is probably like $1,600 a month over here.
The average wage, they say in the UK, is £35,000 a year.
Okay.
But they take into consideration the fact that, well, they don't take into consideration the fact that we've got millionaires in this country, which bump that up.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. And if you're on minimum wage, that's 23k a year.
Yeah, that's
which I was on before getting this hydraulic job. So
it's the same in the U.S. Like there's they say there's no middle class anymore. You're either real well off, and there's a lot of very well off people here, but
or you're poor.
Yeah, and we're doing okay as far as nonprofit goes, but let me see if she's got a sack for me.
Amy says £1,100 is like $1,411.
Okay, I think so that's a little less than what we pay in mortgage here, but so like comparable markets, you guys are getting screwed just like us.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're all getting screwed. It's just the currency is different.
Yeah. This lady has had 3 different males and has not given me a sack yet.
Was it Balfouri?
No, NC gold.
Oh, wow, that webbing is insane.
Yeah. She hasn't even been in here for a year, I don't think. Not very long. I don't know where she's at though. Probably down here where we can't see her.
Donna, if you ask Osman will do it. He's where. I need some more mods actually, to be honest.
I have a female Balfouri who I think just matured.
There you go, do so.
Oh, she's still webbed off though. Apologize for these ugly tubs. They're just my grill out tubs. Let's see. What else are we waiting for? Vargans? One of the Vargans? Isn't that a sack? She filled in her water dish.
No, Owain, not everyone's NC does web like that. I'll show you mine. Well, this spider's not actually mine. It's Noah's.
Dang, how long's she been in there?
But that's our NC Olive. But that's Noah's spider. I've seen the fireworks. I heard them going off a minute ago. You okay? 2. Good boy. Right, see you later. Bye bye, little dude. Oh, Leo, give that to mommy. Yes, please, mate. Thank you. Oh, beauty.
Yeah, I need to find her a boyfriend too. She has a birthday gift a couple years ago. Let's see. Oh, she's out. She's never out. This is a Poecilotheria striata. Of course, you can't see her. Do you think? Yeah, I think I have about 400 right now, but most of them are still slings, and at like over 100 right now are Armenia, so I got to fix that. I got a bunch of growing on things. It's all dusty. Random bits of what have you. I've decided though, if that NC doesn't give me a sack this time, then I'm gonna trade her off for something else, because she's had 3 males now, and all the pairings have looked good, but no sacks yet.
That is a lot of webbing. Amy said, "What do you do for feeders?"
So I have a bunch of mealworms, different colonies. Sorry, I've got fly tape everywhere. I had a terrible fungus net out outbreak before I left. And then I have dubias in here. And then I'll order crickets by the 1,000. I've got lobster roaches in here and blackhead roaches in here, and then hissers for the big stuff. So I like crickets because they move around so much, and all my spiders seem to like them. But I don't like how short-lived they are and noisy and stinky.
Yeah.
Definitely not my favorite. You guys get some cool stuff though. You guys get like locusts and what have you.
Yeah, locusts, crickets, red runners.
Oh yeah, see, we can get red runners, but I don't want them to like infest my house.
I was going to say, did you have any substrate with the worms, mealworms? You see, the red runners, they can infest us here, but generally they will be around until the food runs out. Lobster roaches, however, because they're German, I think, they will infest your house if they get out. Big time.
I've been feeding all mine off. They came as a gift from somebody local to me.
Hey, Chantal.
But yes, the mealworms have. I'll rotate between wheat bran and oats. Right now it's wheat bran, but yeah, these guys are actually starting to look a little cooked. But yeah, I think I don't know. I never want to keep it the same. I just do. These ones don't have any. These are just the beetles, but and obviously those are too. I must have a hole in my net somewhere. But yeah, I rotate between wheat bran and oats. I had my first ever grain mite outbreak a few months ago, so that made me kind of change up how I do some things. But I haven't seen a single one since I fixed my setup. I don't know. Like you guys, we've had not as bad, I don't think, but we've had an overly hot summer as well. It was 118 degrees Fahrenheit in Phoenix last week. It melted my flip-flops, so now they're like 3 sizes too small.
118 is 47.
Yeah,
degrees Celsius. That's insane. We've had 40 degrees once or twice, and that's very, 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 very rare. Like it's just not heard of. It's that rare.
I think
today it was 87.8 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 31 degrees Celsius today. And for us, that is really hot.
Oh, that's probably what it got up to here today. But like I said, we've been overly warm lately, which is probably why we've been having so many bad fires. But let's see, she'll take a feeder from us. Yeah, it's just been a weird decade of temperature across the planet, it seems.
I think it's just gonna get warmer slowly.
Yeah. Well, slowly. Hopefully, I can deal with slowly. Just let me get used to it.
Yeah, we like Wayne said, we've had it pretty terrible for the summer this year. It's only really just started. Normally, it's been going for a month already.
Wait, yeah. When does what does your summer season look like? What months is it?
It's normally around June. June we start getting quite warm. I think we had 1 or 2 hot days in June, and the rest of the time it was just t-shirt weather, but overcast or raining.
Yeah.
And then it starts getting cooler, kind of mid-September.
Is it London? It's always raining in London, right?
Near enough, yeah.
Yeah, we have Seattle, our city in the Pacific Northwest, is like that. It's always raining.
And that's Seattle. That's where Kurt Cobain was born and raised, wasn't he? In Seattle.
Oh, Kurt
When
Cobain.
Kurt Cobain.
You a Nirvana fan?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, red.
Oh yeah. She definitely killed him, I think.
Yeah, I definitely think so too. And her band sucked.
She sucks.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, man, I don't know. That's Kurt Cobain's still a big name over here. He's
Yeah,
not gonna be forgot about for a while. I forgot. Yeah, we have the same culture, the UK and the US, I think. I mean,
Very, very similar. Kurt
music,
Cobain.
television, and everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
We probably have more guns, but it's
Yeah, we've probably we have a shit ton of illegal ones in the cities.
yeah. Oh shoot! I mean, we do too.
Yeah, like overly.
That's always my argument. So I'm here in Wyoming. Like I said, our population density is so low. Like nobody's ever really stressed about anything. So guns are just like normal here. When you go to like cities and more liberal states, there you don't even mention guns without people getting nervous. But here, I think the reason our gun crime rate is so low is because every little old lady here is packing. So you got no choice but to be nice to everybody.
Oh, if you could open carry here, I would every single day. Wouldn't even think twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in the UK would.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever come. If you ever come to the US, come out this way and we'll go shooting.
Well, that'd be brilliant.
Yeah. We don't have tarantulas up where I'm at, but we've got elk and moose and bear and mountain lion and all kinds of other cool stuff.
We worry about little tiny badgers, and you're like, yeah, it's mountain lions over there.
Yeah, well, I have an irrational fear of mountain lions, to be honest. Like irrational.
I think it's probably rational.
Yeah, I've come face to face with them twice, and I've never been hurt from them, but I don't know. I've never bought a firearm for self-defense. They've always just been either for hunting or for fun. Until my second run-in with a mountain lion. So my self-defense, and it's an AK-47. So it's not for people. It's for mountain lions. But
I was about to say that's overkill even for a mountain lion.
Yeah. Like, well, I've got 30 round magazines, and it's not gonna jam up on me. So I call this my camping gun. But yeah,
I suppose you don't have to fire it in the air, and that bang would be enough, wouldn't it?
That's usually what we do. So when we were kids, we'd just sleep out by out by the fire. We'd never have tents or anything. And coyotes or wolves, you can usually hear them yipping or howling as they come closer. So, like, once they're close enough to like wake you up, all you have to do is just like fire a shot off into the air, and you can go back to sleep. Mountain lions are sneaky, and that bothers me.
You see, we couldn't send our kids into the wild to do that in the UK because not from fear of animals, just fear of other people.
Yeah, absolutely. I know there's that whole the man versus bear argument, and there's a lot of valid points, but bears can be mean as hell too.
Man versus man, yeah. But I mean, how about the elks? The elks are a good size.
The elk are huge, yeah. The elk
I couldn't believe it when I first saw my first moose. Jeez.
Oh yeah, the moose. A large bull moose. They'll be higher than I can reach. They're at the head they'll be 8-9 feet tall. Elk are a couple feet smaller, but there's a lot more of them. I don't know. You never really get close enough to elk for people to get gored by them. Unless you're in like a tourist town or something where the elk are just super used to people. But yeah, moose
we can't
huge.
carry knives over 2 inches either.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You can't carry knives over 2 inches?
No, and I've always had like a pocket knife of about 4 inches, always, all the way through my life since I was a boy.
Yeah.
Not for self-defense, just it just comes in handy.
Oh my god. Chefs
You
going to
know,
work become felons.
I had, but when I was like 12, 13, I had a sheath knife which used to attach. It had a like shin strap, so it'd go around the bottom of your leg.
Uh-huh.
We were always out and about, using it, chopping stuff up and all sorts. Chantal, it's just, if you can see it, just up there.
Oh, and you're not allowed to carry it anymore?
No.
Yeah.
No. But there's a lot of stabbings in the UK with zombie blades, they call them, machetes and stuff like that. So.
Oh my god. That's wild to me. 2 inches. See here. I was complaining because I drove all the way to Arizona and back, and I went through Colorado, which doesn't have like the friendliest gun laws. Sorry, that water is gross. Like I said, I've been gone for a little over a week, so got some maintenance to do. But and I was complaining because you can't have a gun with over 7 rounds of ammunition in your car, like the magazine capacity. Well, I have a travel gun, I guess, but that even still, that's a lot more lenient than a 2-inch knife.
Nameless says it's like that in New York.
Yeah, New York's really bad. A lot of places up and down the East Coast are pretty bad. I don't know if New York might have laws against knives now too. They're pretty crazy. There's a lot of crime over there though. Not a lot of people carrying guns though. Maybe that's why. I just think if I was a robber, I would probably not go around like mugging people if I knew every other person had a gun on them.
No. But yeah, I suppose. But when they're on some crazy drugs, I don't care anyway.
Crazy drugs?
Yeah, when they're on some crazy drugs, I don't care if the other guy got or not.
Yeah, it's like a PCP and crystal meth. Like those guys will get shot like 6 times and just keep walking around.
Yeah,
literal zombies. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's it's pretty crazy times. I don't know. I imagine things are just gonna get crazier. That is what it is. Well, I just hug myself. What's that?
Have you built yourself a bug out shelter?
No,
not yet.
No, I get that from my friends that aren't really gun people. They're like, well, if the zombies come or if Russia invades, I'm coming to your house. I'm like, well, I'm not like a doomsday prepper. I shoot all my ammunition off. I don't have like stockpiles of anything. Yeah,
I think we're about 3 or 4 years off of Russian invasion.
Yeah, it seems crazy. It was kind of a joke for a long time, but now that Russia's actually invading people,
I think they've got to deal with Ukraine first, and then they have to rebuild their army. But yeah, but that's only if Putin stays alive that long.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe there's been assassination attempts on him. I haven't heard anything.
If a Russian tried to assassinate him, hit Putin, there's no way that would get worldwide news, is there?
Yeah,
I mean, Hoovered up instantly.
Somebody just tried to assassinate Donald Trump over here. That was pretty wild. That's another stereotype I get a lot.
Okay,
Is that because I've got guns, I'm heavily politically affiliated with the right wing or something. But I really hate politics, to be honest. I dislike both sides enough to not vote for either. There's one more reason for people to hate each other, I think.
Yep. Yeah, the UK political system's a bit weird.
Yeah, I have a friend over here he's from the UK, and he's tried to explain it to me a few times, and I just don't catch on.
No.
He says he's English, not British, though, and then he went into a big old thing on why that is. I don't know. Is that a thing? So I always, like, when I'm commenting, I never know what to say. Like, do I say English or do I say British?
Either makes no difference.
Okay, so it's all right.
Yeah, English. Yeah, English or British doesn't make no. If you say English, generally it's England, but if you say British, that could be any part of the British Isles. So that could be England, Scotland, Wales, or Ireland, Northern Ireland.
Okay, so that's just the whole thing.
Yeah, but then it's if you're talking about like the posh way that us Brits can do things, then we say that's very British. So, like,
yes.
having a cup of tea and drinking it in a certain way is very British.
Yeah, there's a Reddit that I love. That's just
it's
British
like
people doing British things.
It's like English would be like the slang word for British.
That's funny. What's a good slur I can use when it comes 9 o'clock on your next live?
What's that, Scorpio?
Yeah, that's a Desert Harry. That one's also from Arizona. But I didn't even see one of these. I think it's because it was too hot, to be honest. The only thing I saw were some snakes. But I'm going next. Well, it's not August yet. In early September, I'm going to Puerto Rico. So I'm gonna. Hopefully, I can see a Carabina Leda in the wild.
That'd be awesome.
But I don't know if I have any luck like I did in Arizona. I won't see a darn thing. People over here are just starting to call Hapalopus species Columbia large, Hapalopus formosus.
Oh.
Which I don't know why. They're Hapalopus formosus until they're on U.S. soil, and then they're Hapalopus Columbia for some reason. Well, my friend, I got a lot of feeding spiders to do, but I appreciate you having me on the first time.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Appreciate the support, man.
Yeah, my pleasure. All right, catch you guys later.
All right, take care. Thanks for popping on again. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? What a lovely bloke. Which I think literally comes and brings us to a lovely natural end for this evening. Beautiful collection he's got. I thought very, very nice. Again, chatting to our American brothers over there, absolutely awesome. Bolt, if you still got us on phone or something, thank you loads for popping on. That was really, really good. Really, really interesting guy. Like Steph said there, interesting guest. Again, next week it's Tara's birthday, so Tara's going to do a Tara takeover next week. I don't know what she's going to be doing. I might put a second camera up so you can see her isopod collection. She has a lot of isopods now. Well, no doubt she'll have some friends on and stuff like that. But it should be a pretty cool evening for you guys to get to know my wife a little bit better. And I think it'd be good for her as well as, and like I said earlier, at the show on Sunday, if you went to the show on Sunday, my wife was actually doing the tickets. So as you come through the door, the lady with the darker hair with the black hoodie on with spiders, that was the wife. So you may, if you come to the Bristol show, you might have met Tara without even knowing it. But yeah, again, thank you everybody for coming along tonight. Really do appreciate everybody's support. I'm not quite sure who's live on Wednesday. I think it might be Matt. Is it Matt or Matt? Might be Matt or might be Leah. So have a look at Unusual Pets and have a look at Tarantula Rookie, and you'll see. Friday is Chris's Zoo on Wheels. He'll be live, probably doing some more pairings. Then Saturday night is Mark the Spider Guy. Sunday is the Exotics family. They rotate, so I'm not quite sure who it is on Sunday, whose channel it will be on. But then on Monday it will be Phil from Incredible Inverts and Other Animals. He will either be live on YouTube or TikTok. If he's live on TikTok, he generally walks around the zoo that he lives and works on, and then that can be really interesting even. And then brings us back around to Tuesday. Like I said a little while ago, next week would be on my on-call week, but I'm actually off work next week. So next week, normally I wouldn't be doing the live anyway. So to have Tara come and do it is pretty cool. Have a good night, mate, and see you next time. A special love for Mark. Mark and his 3K subs. That was I thought he hit that about 2 weeks ago, didn't he? I did drop him a message about the scene. I did drop him a quick link, but I don't know. Must have been off doing something else. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining. Really do appreciate everybody's support. Your comments on videos, liking videos, being there for the premieres. Honestly, it means the world to me. So thank you so much. And we'll see you on Thursday for the premiere, and then next week for Tara's takeover. So, night, everybody. Take care. Bye.